In fact, let's also get you further details which are coming in. Times Now has managed to access the motion just passed against Mahua Moitra. This is something that Times Now has managed to access, which cites the breach of national security as the reason to expel her from the parliament. Well, we are going to be going across to Meenakshi, who will get us some more details of that. But that's the big breaking news that we are getting for you. Times Now has accessed the motion against Mahua Moitra, citing national security as the reason. But just to give you a bit of a background as well to this entire case, remember, Times Now has learned that after the expulsion, the CBI inquiry is also on the cards against Mahua Moitra. Remember, the ethics panel had flagged the threat to national security. Lok Sabha login credentials were being used by the persons who were outside of India and several times on the same day from different locations. Well, the speaker is now likely to refer the ethics panel's recommendation of probe into the matter to the concerned investigating agencies as well. CBI, remember, has already initiated its preliminary inquiry into a complaint which is filed by BJP's MP Nishikant Dubey to the Lokpal. Well, the TMC MP, remember, was expelled yesterday after the ethics committee report was adopted by a voice vote. In fact, let me go across to Meenakshi, who's joining us with more details on this. Meenakshi, can you tell us what exactly does the motion say against Mahua Moitra?
Well, yes, Meghna, this is an exclusive by Times Now. This has been accessed by our team of reporters. So this is the motion on the expulsion of Mahua Moitra. This is based on the first report of the Committee on Ethics. What it says, and I'm going to read it verbatim, this says that the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, Minister of Coal, this is obviously Prahlad Joshi, and this is his statement excerpt, which says that the motion which he had moved, he had said that this House has not or has taken note, apologies, of the first report of committee when it comes to the Ethics Committee on the complaint which was given by Nishikant Dubey, and that committee report feels, quote unquote, according to the motion moved by the BJP by Prahlad Joshi, that Mahua Moitra, he says, has been found guilty of unethical conduct and contempt of the House for sharing her Lok Sabha credentials, that is the user ID and password of Lok Sabha members portal to unauthorized person, and it is irrepressible impact on the national security, wherein her conduct has further been found to be unbecoming of a member of parliament for accepting illegal gratification through gifts and other facilities from a businessman to furthering his interest, which is a serious misdemeanor and deplorable on her part. And they say that the committee had accepted the above recommendation finding of the committee and resolved that the continuance of Moitra as a member of Lok Sabha is untenable and that she should be expelled. So this was the motion which was moved by Prahlad Joshi, in which he had cited the first report by the Committee on Ethics, which had said that the Committee of Ethics felt that her conduct was unbecoming and that it was unethical and was liable to calling for contempt of House.
Well, thank you, Meenakshi, for that. Let me also go across to Aishwarya. Aishwarya, one of the things which is going to be very important for us to watch out is the probe into national security, which is one of the allegations, something which has been cited in the motion against Mahua Moitra also. The CBI is already looking into it. Can you give us a sense of which way the probe is going to continue when it comes to a breach, a possible breach of national security?
Well, Meghna, yesterday in the report by the Ethics Committee was stated by Vinod Sood, Chair of the Ethics Committee. It was clearly mentioned that a judicial inquiry by the government agency in a time-bound manner should be done as soon as possible because the conduct is unethical and this also pronounced to the national security because the login credentials of Mahua Moitra was logged from different countries within few minutes of time span and by some other individual which are against the IT rules of the Parliament and also IT Rules Act. So certainly this particular, after that particular report was tabled, discussion was held, and later this motion that we are speaking about was moved by Prahlad Joshi, and the motion was accepted after a voice vote that was undertaken. Certainly, it is now CBI who would be independently doing an inquiry, but the sources in the TMC had clearly stated that they will move to the court against this expulsion of TMC member of parliament, and they will be knocking the doors of the top court. So certainly, on one side, the CBI will be investigating, and on the other side, there would be Supreme Court who will be intervening as far as the plea is concerned. They will be filing it very soon. And the Trinamool Congress yesterday confirmed to us. So Now, what will the CBI investigation lead to is something that remains to be seen. But Trinamool Congress clearly is backing at this moment Mahua Moitra on her expulsion.